Hello. So I'm going to show you a little about Clockify. So what you're going to do is once you download the app to your phone or you log in through your Chrome device or computer, the same log for the app. Once you have that login established, you can use it on your phone and you can use it on your Chrome device and it'll be synchronous, which is kind of awesome. You can even watch it be synchronous on the two devices at the same time. So couple of things. Once you log in, I do need you to send me your email, and the email that you associate with Clockify should be your school email. And when you do that, we're all going to be kind of on the same team. As you can see here is team right now. So I have me, I was trying it out, and there's Mr. Robinson, so he's on our team. But send me your email so that I know, and then I will add your email here to add as a new member. And then you'll get an email that says, are you sure this is real, legit? And then confirm that, and then you'll be part of the team. Once you're part of the team, you'll be able to see some of the things I've already kind of established for you. So a couple of things I want you to see. So it's important that you are tracking your time. What we're trying to do in this class is emulate a real working environment and working with virtual clients. But the real reason I really want you to start tracking your time is so that you have a good idea of how long something actually takes you to do. When you're working within the creative field, a lot of times you get lost in it. And when you get lost, you lose track of time. So you might be working on a video project. You might think you've only been editing for an hour, but you look at the clock and it's actually been 3 hours. It's important that you really understand how long it takes you to do a project, because a client is going to ask you how long or how much does this project cost? And you need to be able to give them a realistic estimate versus how long you think it is. So in this class, it's very unique that you'll actually be able to track your time, know how long it actually takes you to do something, so that when you start working as a real professional, you'll be able to give them real answers. So it's kind of nice that way. So a couple of things. When you're tracking your time, immediately here or even on your phone app, you can click start. So as soon as you're starting to do that, it'll start tracking your time. And you're like, oh crap, I don't know what I'm doing this for. So even while it's clicking, you can click on project. For the most part, when you're doing your daily work, so when you come into the classroom or you're doing your daily work while at home doing remote, I already have something established. I have a client called Robinson Studio, so that's what you're doing your daily work. And what you'll want to do is your daily work. And you can apply that, and you can see the time tracker is still kind of clicking down. And right here, just to make sure that you're keeping everything neat, you can say, oh, okay, I'm working on my resume today. Okay, and it'll apply that right away. So you can go ahead and say that you're working on your resume. If you do something, so I can go ahead and stop, like I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, you'll see automatically it pops up down here. Let's say you started working on this, but you're like, I didn't start at 3:31, I started at 3. You can go ahead and adjust that right away, and it'll keep doing that. You'll see that I'm in the stop mode right now. Now you've established your work already. You can go ahead and click on the play again, and it'll continue working on it. Oh, I have to go to the bathroom again. Stop, and it'll pause it again. And then when you go back in, you can go ahead and play again. Now, what is going to happen when you start working, which will happen within the next couple of weeks, when you start working for a client? What you'll need to do is a couple of things. You'll need to, first of all, go to settings and set up that client. Now, I've done one, like Sugar Britches might be a client. Let's do Hanoniga. Maybe you're doing a project for Hanoniga. You can go ahead and add that. So Hanoniga might be a client that you're working for. Okay, but you will have to set up your own clients. Okay, and again, you can always edit that if you need to, and you have a couple other options over here too. Now, let's say for Hananiga, you are going to do some like communicating or something like that, because the main categories that you'll have are communication and administration. That's when you're emailing or talking to the client. You're editing, you're filming, and then also you're uploading and file prep, things like that, like where you're moving your files around or reviewing your files and reviewing your videos and renaming your videos, all of those things. So something like communication administration. I have it set up, if you go to project settings, I have it set up right now for an hourly rate of $15 an hour. Now that's reasonable. That is very reasonable. I also have editing set up as $50 an hour, which is truly reasonable. And then so on and so forth. I have filming at $50 an hour and uploading and file prep. I think I have that at $10 an hour because that's kind of like administration. You're not using a lot of your, preferred skill sets for that. So we have our clients, like I said, right? And so let's say for Hananiga, you're going to do something new. For Hananiga, you are going to start filming today. So you want to make sure that you are billing your client and also keeping track of your time for that client. And you want to make sure that you're kind of changing how much you're creating for each of those. So I do have these set up for you already. So you could go in here and add a client. Or you can go in, you can create your new project. My new project is going to be called Filming. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to select Hananiga as my client and go ahead and create that. So when you start having your own individual clients, I need you to come in, create a project, and create your client. Now, for your filming, I want you to go in and change your project settings and set your hourly rate. For filming, I think $50 is where you should be at. Okay. So if you go back to your projects, you'll see there you are. You're filming for Hananiga. So if I go to my time tracker, I can go ahead and click on a new project. I can go under Hananiga. I can click on my filming. I can go ahead and start. And I can go ahead and stop. Now let's say you didn't start at 3:37. Again, you can go in and add your 3 o'clock. So it's more accurate to what you actually did. If you want to, again, you can add some descriptions. You can say I did that on September 10th, hallway, just to give it a better idea so you have a good understanding of what you were doing on that project. So I'm going to be able to monitor you as well. I'm going to be able to see what you've done, but this is where you can start then getting a good idea of how long it takes you to do certain projects. So I'll need you to familiarize yourself as best you can with Clockify. Again, I think the biggest parts are understanding to track your time. I need you to do your daily work. So for me, you'll probably have 5 hours a week or more if you're doing some homework at home. And then all of you will be using this daily work under Robinson Studios. But this stuff here, so your projects that are for individual clients and your projects and your for your individual clients, you're going to have to set those clients up. And you're going to also have to set up what the project actually is and set your hourly rate for those. So when you first come into here, you'll be able to see all of these, and you'll also be able to apply them. So to get used to it, for the most part, like I said, you're going to be doing daily work Robinson Studios. And like I said before, you can always kind of do it retroactively. You can do it after the fact. But this is very important to what we're doing in the class and what you are doing to prepare yourself for a career as a video producer. Hooray! And the cool thing about Clockify is the fact that this prepares you for understanding how to actually do this in the real world.